Today is 923rd day that I'm here to lessons and learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today, speak about good habits. Good habits. When you say good habits, it seems that, oh, it's good. Everything is good about good habits. But there's one thing is that good habits could turn to bad habits if you are not careful. Good habits could turn to bad habits if you're not careful. So what we need to do when good habits become bad habits, we need to extract them. So exactly the same with tooth. With tooth, when we have good tooth, we have a very beautiful tooth. But if we do not take care of our teeth, it might be that we'll need to extract the tooth. So that means at the start it was good. Everything was about it was good. But if we do not take care of the tooth, we will need potential to extract that. Exactly the same with good habits. It's everything it started was good. And the purpose of that habit was good. But if we do not take care of that good habit, it could turn into something very, very bad. So that means we need to be very, very careful with our habits because we always need to reflect, hygiene our habits, understand why we do them. Because a lot of times we have habits, routines in place just without understanding why we do them. Because we did that habit for so long that we'd stop asking why we're doing what we're doing. And I think that when that happens, when you have routines and habits in place that you do not know why to do them, at some point you will need to really ask yourself, is this really adding value to you? Because a lot of times what got you in where you are now is holding you back from moving forward. It's interesting. That means what got you here is holding you hostage and not allowing you to move there. So that means that we need to understand that good habits could be good, but at the same time, those same good habits could turn bad if we do not take care of them. So today we'll share just a little bit of understanding that what kind of things that we need to look at when and what kind of habits could turn in bad habits. And it's just we will scratch the surface of really understanding how good habits turn in bad habits. First one is exercise. Regular exercise. It's a good habit. It's a really good habit to regularly exercise. But now, when we turn that habit to really over-exercising, that can lead to really burnout, injuries, and really is not helpful for the body as well. I know that some people that said, okay, I'm sleeping a couple hours a night, but I never miss my training. And then I start questioning, what's the purpose of that training? Because if you are not able to rest and recover, most likely you lose more than you gain. Because at the end of the day, exercise is for two reasons. You exercise, you recover, and you regain energy, and then you're able to exercise even more. But if you exercise and you do not recover, and now you're training on not recovered body, it doesn't add any value. So just almost a waste of time. So that means that we need to understand that sometimes we need to really allocate our time better to make sure that we're able to really find the time to exercise, but find the time to recover as well. Because recover is as important as exercising. Because if you really exercise and over-exercise, that could lead to really injuries and massive injuries. Number two is healthy eating. I think this is very, very great to be mindful about eating. But I think that obsessing about food choices then really could lead to not a joyful life. That means that we need to find a way how we able to really optimize our bodies, optimize our hormones, optimize everything in our body that we are able to eat what we love, maybe smaller portion, but not saying no to everything that is potentially halfly good, halfly bad. Now, again, there's a lot of foods that nobody's supposed to eat. But again, there's some foods that be able to be like on the fence. And I think that a lot of times people, when they really look into mirror and start questioning every single meal, I think that we need to understand that maybe we are went too extreme. And again, this is a good habit. It could turn to bad habit if we do not look at it, because that's why even healthy eating ideas and people start for good reasons turns and people start to have sickness because under eating and malnutrition. Number three is time management. Again, it's a good reason, it's a good habit to manage your time. But if you get fixated that everything needs to happen exactly how you planned, and you become very perfectionist, that Of course, that will lead to massive stress. And of course, that means it will strain relationships, it will strain your stress, it will strain everything around you because life is flexible. Life is changing, life is moving, and being so fixated to time management and to routine will take away the joy of life. So that means that you need to understand that be able to create plan, but if something comes up that is out of your control, most importantly out of your control, you need to understand that we're not supposed to neglect other people in along the way, and just to say that okay, I follow the schedule. Number 4 is saving money. This is very interesting as well because I love saving money, and I think that this is for me as well. I need to learn and understand that even though saving money is great, making money is more important than saving money. That of course that is, and then the most important part is that when you save money and really save money for something, because a lot of times when you save money for no reason, sometimes I think that it's even more weird because like, oh, one day for sure I will use that money for something. I think it's much better to always to create have some kind of dream, some kind of goal that you're working towards something, to make sure that you're able to say, I'm saving this for this reason. And I think that is much better rather than saving just to save money. Because when you save money just to save money, you start making wrong choices. That means that you maybe need experiences. You need to, because what is most important in life is relationships and experiences, and then there's material things. So you saving majority of the time for material things rather to experience and rather to build relationships. And I think that's where the good habit of saving money becoming a bad habit. Number 5 is setting goals. Again, very beautiful, a good habit. But again, this is a lot of times people say like I'm not one to really fixate myself in that one goal, and nobody says that you're supposed to fixate. You said that I put my feet to that direction. This is my goal. But when you learn and elevate your perspective, maybe you understand that goal was not the best, and you're able to really move to another goal. Now, setting goal is essential. Achieving goal sometimes is not as essential because you move into vision. Because a lot of times goals could be the pathway to the vision. So you don't quit on the vision, you quit on the goal, you quit on the path. And that's why it's very important to understand that when you really set the goal, start moving. Because a lot of times people just move to all directions and they are not as productive. So good habit is setting goals. Bad habits is fixated to that goal and not be flexible to change it. Number 6 is being organized. Now, again, being organized is very great because that's potentially could give clarity. But if you are too organized at every single moment of your day and everything needs to be organized, that will potentially create a lot of stress and anxiety. That means that people could lead to perfectionism. But you're never able to reach perfectionism. You're not able to reach perfection. So that means that, of course, you try to reach a standard that you will never be able to achieve. And you always will feel disappointed. So stay organized that means that I'm able, recently, how much I'm able to be organized without spending my quality time on organizing things rather than making things happen. Because a lot of times, you just a little bit of organization will help to move needle forward, but over-organization will hinder your moving forward. So again, good habit, but if you overdo, becomes a bad habit. Number 7 is studying and working hard. Again, studying is a beautiful habit. Working hard is a beautiful habit. But again, this is again one of those things that if you overdo it, it becomes bad. If you overdo it, it becomes bad because that leads to really burnout. It becomes diminished productivity whatsoever. Because a lot of times people say, "Oh, I'm just working so hard for 16 hours a day," but how productive are you? Because I think it's very important that not just work hard, but being able to really rest properly, to recover yourself properly, to really making sure that you're working in the highest productive way. Because sometimes working 6 hours is better than working 10 hours. Sometimes it's better to work 6 hours than working 10 hours. And how did that could be? How could it be that 6 hours is better to work 10 hours? Because in 6 hours, you're able to do 12-hour work, right? In 10 hours, you just do 10-hour work. Because you double productive when you're able to recover and be focused and productive and you're in the flow. It's very important to understand that studying work hard is important and beautiful, but if you are using it in a not right way, it could become a bad habit. Number 8 is maintaining cleanliness. This is very, very like organizing. It's again, that means that it's good to be clean, but again, it could lead you to some kind of anxiety disorders like OCD, that everything needs to be perfect. Book needs to be exactly everything on the table. Everything needs to be perfect to really live a joyful life. But it's not. Cleanliness is not as important as sometimes people think. I think it's great to have a clean room. It's great to have clean places. But we need to understand that when we need to choose between being clean and being successful, which one do you want to do? I think that sometimes I better will make something happen than I will clean my home. I know that it's a lot of times people when they feel stressed, they say that my home is clean. This is a habit that people do to really reduce the stress. Now, and again, they avoid taking action to move forward, and that's why they clean. I think that this is one of the easiest way to avoid the things that could really take your life to another level. Being clean. So it's a good habit, but could potentially lead to a bad habit. Number 9 is being helpful. Helping others is amazing, good habit. But if you being people pleaser and you neglecting yourself and you're not able to say no, that's a massive, 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 massive bad habit. Because at the end of the day, we need to understand that if we have an empty cup, we're not able to pour to others. So by giving yourself to others too much, you will pour out all the cup and you will walk around people with empty cup. So we need to understand that being helpful is important. It's very, very important. But at the end of the day, we're not supposed to give pieces of us to help other people. Number 10 is socializing. Spending time with friends is very important. Again, I think that is understanding that where you want to go, what kind of dreams you want to achieve. Because I think that socializing could really neglect personal responsibilities and self-care. Because when we have like personal responsibilities, something to do, and be able to choose, okay, take action and make things happen, or socialize and do barbecues or spend time with friends. And now when we choose easy way is socializing. The hard way sometimes is saying, my friends, I'm not able to spend this time. I need to really to do my responsibilities and finish my work before I'm able to socialize. They say that no, like you will do it later. And it might be that you will say, yeah, I will do it later. And then of course it will delay you making things happen for your family, because a lot of times those responsibilities are for your family. So what is more important, your family unit or friends? But it's unfortunate a lot of times people choose socializing rather their family future. And again, it's a good thing. Socializing is a good thing, but could lead to bad things. The last thing that I would love to mention is, because it's one of the most important parts of life, is self-reflection. It's an amazing habit. Every single person is supposed to do it. But if we over self-reflect, we don't take any action. We sit in one location and thinking and thinking and thinking, but thinking will never us move forward. So reflection is a great thing. But if we overdo, that means that it will start leading to self-doubt and anxiety, because we have already great idea. And we're still pondering around that idea over and over again and start to doubt what we already agreed in our mind that is a great idea. So I think that we need to really have 60% information, take action, and those actions will allow us to get all the information that we want. So that means self-reflection will not give all the information we need. Action will finish all the information. And that's again, great habit, self-reflection, but if you overdo it, leads to bad habit. So I hope that you can really reflect on your habits. What kind of good habits do you have? Why do you do them? And are you doing in the right way and in the right order? And maybe you don't need them to do them. Maybe you needed them in the past. And really adjusting your habits based on your new vision, on new you, to make sure that you're really moving yourself forward. So I hope you just win, and see you tomorrow.